Laura here. I'm here today to talk about two of Owl Crate box books. The first one I want to talk about is Let's Split the World by Emily Henry. This book came in the February box, which I think was sci-fi, I think. Yeah. And I just finished reading this. Overall, I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. It is a book about a character named Natalie. And she has had this constant problem where she kind of floats through time or sees things that don't really make sense. And throughout her entire childhood, she has had experiences with this godlike figure, we'll call it, and she really doesn't know what it is. And it spent a lot of her life in therapy because of this. But as this starts happening, she starts seeing this young man who she's never seen before, and they start to develop a very, very interesting connection when it's suddenly revealed that maybe they don't live in the same world. So it's basically a time travel novel, and it was really, really good. I love the mystery. I think the mystery and the character development really kept this book going. Like, I just wanted to know what happened, and that was what was pushing me to see what happened. That's why I think I read it so fast. And I really liked the character, and I thought that it was interesting how they tried to attach science to it. And they tried to figure out scientifically why this was happening to this character and what was going on and what made the time travel possible, what made the time travel occur, why could it happen. But the one thing I really liked about this book is it really showcased how one person's impact or one person's presence can really change a world. And I love that. I thought that seeing the world that Boo is in and the world that Natalie's in, to see how different their life could be if they didn't exist. And I think that that was so, so interesting. And I really like that. That was probably one of the stronger parts of the book, the character, the plot, and the mystery. The thing I didn't like about this book is the ending, because I thought it really it was like an info dump at the end, and then the book just ended. There was no real clarity, so I don't really know what happened. I can guess what happened, but it was really an ending where I still don't know what happened to the book, and I think I would need to read it. I don't even know if reading it again would help, because it was just such a fast-paced and really, really abrupt ending. So it didn't. I wanted more. I wanted an epilogue to tell me what happened, and maybe that, you want it to be abstract and everything. But overall, it was a very, very fast-paced novel, and I love the mystery. But the minute the mystery went away, the series kind of lost its juice, I guess you could say, and I was less invested, and I just well, I just wanted more clarity about what happened. But it was a really good read. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was very, very fast-paced, and I love the characters, I love the dynamics, I love the stuff that they talked about. Also, the main character of Natalie was also adopted, which was really interesting in the dynamics that she had with her mother. And it affected the family dynamic so much, which is why I wanted clarity for the parents and what happened at the end, and I didn't really get that. So that was another thing that kind of bothered me about the book. There wasn't a clear ending, and I think that if you don't write series, and it's not going to be a series, then I think you really need to give the audience an ending, unless you're planning on expanding it in more books. They could do another book, and that'd be perfectly fine, but I don't think they are. So I really just want a little bit. I wanted more information, but overall I gave it 4 stars. If you like The Time Traveler's Wife or books like that, or maybe Outlander, I think you'd like this. It's just a very, very cute summer contemporary, but it definitely packs an emotional punch, and this cover is just stunning. So as always, great book, Owl Crate. I am so happy that I picked it up, and I'm glad that I read it. And then the next book I read was also from one of the Owl Crate boxes. This box, I think, was March, and the theme was contemporary, and this is The Serpent King. And this book follows 3 characters, Dill, Lydia, and Travis. I really like this book. I gave this book 4.5 stars. It was a great contemporary. And it had a lot of themes that I didn't really expect. I think I thought it was going to have a sci-fi twist to it, but that's not what it was about at all. It was basically about this guy. basically the book is told, for the most of the novel, it's told from 3 perspectives. And the main character, Dill, is this evangelical kid, and his dad was a pastor in this small town, and his dad got arrested and was sent to prison for child pornography. And his mother is, everyone in this town is very, 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 very religious. And either they're, like the mother, they just think the father is God, or they think he's a terrible person. And Dill's kind of caught in the middle of this. So in addition to Dill, we have Lydia, who Dill's definitely like in the upper, Dill's definitely in the lower class, and Lydia is definitely not. So Lydia is desperate to get out of this town. She wants to go to NYU, she's fashion blogging, and she wants to get out of this town. So that's kind of her trajectory, and she's could be very, very superficial. But I really liked her character. I think I related to her the most out of this whole entire series, because her ability to, like, wanting to get out of a small town life. But what do you do? Do you leave your small town life and leave your best friends on? Like, that was a very, very constant battle. And I had a very similar experience like that in my life. So I think I felt most connected to Lydia. And Travis, I think, was one of my favorite characters. I really, really love the character of Travis. He's just this fanboy who loves, like a series like Harry Potter, and is working a dead-end job, but is just happy, and I really liked him. And there's a very, very big event in the middle of this book that I don't want to spoil that kind of changed the entire outcome of this book and really set it on a totally different path. That event really was shocking, and I think it really was like a what the hell moment, but it took the book in a totally different direction. It kind of became an unexpected romantic romance, which I really liked, but it still kept in the balance of, like, what do you do when your last summer in college, you're going off to college? And it really was a lot about self-discovery for all the characters involved, but especially Lydia and especially Dill. And it was really a book about self-discovery and finding out where you belong in the world and learning to believe in yourself even when the people who should believe in you don't. And that was what I got from this. So if you like a contemporary novel that's a little bit more gritty, this is definitely a little bit more of a gritty story, a little bit more based in reality, definitely dealing with more like contemporary issues. I highly recommend you check it out. It was a very, very fast-paced read and really, really good. And if you want, like, it dealt a lot with God and the presence of God, and I think that was a take that I didn't really expect, and I know that he's actually a songwriter, and that's what Dill does. Dill is a songwriter. So it really focused on fandom and YouTube and other stuff, so if that's what you're into, I highly recommend you read it. Again, it's Serpent King by Jeff Zeter. Overall, I really liked it. I liked both of these books. They were very, very strong novels, and if you have not considered getting a subscription box yet, I highly recommend you eventually check out Owl Crate, because they have great box and so much fun goodies. Alright guys, comment below if you guys have any comments or questions. I'll talk to you guys later.